So I was having a conversation with one of my talking stages, and it was a very deep conversation because we're talking about the transition from singlehood to marriage. And because I'm female, I had to see it from my own perspective, and it got me thinking that even the transition from girlhood to womanhood is such a struggle. Go with me, right? So when I was younger, I used to, find myself in the company of older people. I liked older people. When I mean older, like way older than me, So I was like a preteen, and I would associate myself with like people that were, probably like in their late 30s or 30s and stuff like that. So I remember being in a group of this grown-up girls, and they were saying that they don't see themselves, going through motherhood or even being a wife or whatever, marriage and motherhood and all of that. It literally felt so weird for me. And I would look at them like, that's crazy. Like, why would you say that? Like, why would you say that? But growing up now, I've come to realize that it's not everybody's cup of tea, and that's okay, because everybody is their own main character in their story. They have every right to choose however they want to live their life, and if they choose to have your input, that's fine, but it's literally their lives to live. And the whole change is a very, very strange process, to be honest. It's not an easy one, so not everybody feels like they're caught up for it, and that's fine. For instance, I am Pearllie Hart. I know my name, I know my age, I know my career path, I know who I am. I have my own identity already. And then it gets to a phase where I would have to change my identity, sort of, in the sense that I would have to bear another name. So the name that I'm used to bearing as my last name, for instance, I would have to adapt to the change of a new name. And let's not even talk about pregnancy and what it does to the body of a woman, right? We know these things. And even though people say, oh, you're going to snap back, listen, there is no snap back that will take you back to like how you were before childbirth. There's no snap back. Like literally a whole human being came from you, came through this body. There's literally, and that's a blessing, but there's literally no way that is going to go back to how it was, exactly how it was before childbirth. And that's fine. But I think these are the things that people tend to consider and say, maybe this is not what I'm caught up for. And that's fine too as well. So this whole topic gave birth to another deeper topic, which I would like to discuss here, which is the modern woman and the traditional woman. Okay. So there are two types of women, the modern woman and the traditional woman. Now we know that the internet is like everybody's source of knowledge now. Like thanks to the jet age, we are in the jet age, so we don't have to, meet people physically or face to face to actually get knowledge, or like a survey or whatever. Now, survey on the internet has shown that men don't really know what they want. Men don't really know what they want. All right, and the thing is, they know the difference between a modern woman and a traditional woman, but they want a mixture of both. They want a bit of Trauma Jesus with a bit of Nicki Minaj's body. A Trauma Jesus and a Nicki Minaj's body. Dissolve! Anyway, I digress. So it's like they want to have their cake and eat it too. Is that the right term? Is that the way I say? Yeah, that's it. They want to have their cake and eat it too. But listen, darling, it doesn't work that way. At least not in this generation. Thankfully, so Gen Z, we're very like direct. We're very like, we know what we want and that's it. So either you want that or you want, nobody's going to, do all that for you. Well, let's go into like the distinct features of a modern woman and traditional woman. So we know the differences, and we know the type of woman that we are possibly. And as men, we know what we want and go for it, right? So let's start with the traditional woman, right? A traditional woman is a woman in all her glory is a woman that believes in gender roles, right? She believes that God has created male and female and divided the roles for male and female stuff. She is like the actual Oriako. In the Igbo culture, that's what we call Oriako, the eater of wealth. So she's like the missus. So for her, she believes that her role is to give birth to rear children, to take care of the home, be the homemaker, be the home manager. And the man has the responsibility or the job of being the sole provider. So it's not like I'm going to pitch in, I'm going to contribute, whatever. You have the responsibility of being a sole provider, meaning that you're going to take care of me financially. I don't have to think about that, right? Let me concern myself with the color palette in the kitchen and the living room. Let me concern myself with taking care of the kids, making sure that they've got the dresses that are age appropriate and stuff like that. That is her concern, right? She feels like, you know what, just like you're not going to contribute to me pushing out these babies, definitely I'm not going to contribute in bringing like home the bacon, because that's your job, that's your sole responsibility. And that's how she thinks. She doesn't care to like want to like have a say in your decision making when it comes to finances or anything else concerning money or, you know, catering. She doesn't care about that. As long as she's well catered for, her kids are well catered for, that's it. She gives you all the children you want. She takes care of the home and manages it, which is a full-time job, really. Like, it's even more than 9 to 5. Taking care of a home taking care of a home is a lot. So she feels like that's she's done her own bit and then you do yours, period. But a modern woman, listen, a modern woman is not always a feminist. A lot of people feel like a modern woman has to be a feminist. She has to, well, most modern women share the same values of feminists. For instance, they do not believe in gender roles. They feel like anybody can do anything. Listen, we can share the chores. You do the laundry, I do take care of the dishes. We do 50-50, we go Dutch dinner dates. She is like a boss lady. She's somebody that has applied her educational skills into the workforce and is bringing home the bacon as well. She's independent. She has her own business. She does 9 to 5, whatever it is. She has entrepreneurial skills and stuff like that. She believes that you'd consult me. Like, you have to consult her for like decision making. You don't just go ahead and do what you've got to do, especially when it comes to finances of the home. You don't just feel like your word is final. No, we're going to resolve that together. We're going to come to a conclusion together. There's no, do it on your own. We're together. We're partners. So it's like a partnership, right? So she believes that you have to come to her not when you've made a decision, but when you are thinking about making the decision. So both of you can come to a conclusion together. That is a modern woman. A lot of men don't really know what they want. So they know what they want, but it just so most men feel like they want somebody that obviously has her own money, has her own coins, is very entrepreneurial, very expressive, intelligent, boss lady. But they also don't want you to question their finances or question any decision making. They feel like whatever they say is final. You should not debate that. After our mothers did that, our mothers had 6 to 10 children and they took care of the home. They did that and they survived. Why can't we do that? Listen, calm down. Listen, you can't have it both ways, or you go back to your mother's era and marry from there, because that's not how it is now. You've got to know what you want. You want a full-time housewife that takes care of the needs of the home, tells you when she needs money and whatever, and you're in control? Or do you want somebody that's in it, like with you, like together? That's what you have to think about. And as a woman, what kind of woman are you? And kudos to women out there that actually, they know what they want and they're going for it. They're living their life on their own terms. Kudos to you guys. Like, it's not easy. And thinking about that, like, getting to that point where I have to think about those things is really trifling. But yeah, kudos to you guys. I know this was supposed to be a rant video. I mean, that's why I have white wine. It's even Lamouth Parrot. It's a classic white wine. Do you know what? Let's have white wine for every single time we do a rant video. How about that? Because this is my first time having white wine on this podcast ever. Let's have white wine whenever we're going to talk about deeper things and just like rant about something. What do you guys think, right? Comment down below what you think. This episode is available, like other episodes, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and as well as YouTube. So do well to follow us on those social media platforms and listen to us and watch us on YouTube as well, refer as well. So thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. Let me know your thoughts concerning that, and I'll see you guys in my next episode, which is also going to be a rant video. So see you guys in my next episode. You're now listening to
Dari Wine, the Pearllie Hart.